Today we're gonna figure out how to make a mineral feeder for my sheep using some scrap materials that I had laying around. We're gonna use an older broken mineral feeder and some scrap wheels that I had off of a garden cart that I made several years ago. This week we've been using our new shelter to raise our sheep so that way they can get used to our property and used to me. We've been hanging their minerals inside their shelter, and eventually we're going to be moving them all along the pasture, and we're going to need something more movable for their minerals. So it's been 6 days. 6 days with our new sheep, and they're doing great. I mean, pretty easy going. So let's see how much I can overthink this project. The wood and the wheels look pretty good. That's why I kept it all and kept it under roof so that way it wouldn't get worse. The challenge to myself on this project is I do not want to go to the hardware store to buy anything for this. So I'm not sure what it's going to look like. I did not sketch it out first. This is EMT conduit, 1/2 inch. I put a threaded rod in here. And then put a lock nut on this end, plus washers, so that way it could still spin. And then I have EMT straps holding that in place, plus I added this wood block to hold it in place even better. I'm just seeing what I have on hand and putting materials together and seeing what we can come up with. Another thing is that this needs to hold at least 4 types of minerals. The wheelbase on this is perfect size for this sled I already had. I didn't have to take anything apart there. And now as I'm building this, I'm realizing that this could be more than just a mineral feeder. It can be an everything feeder. It can help move things around the pasture like stepping posts, reels, kind of like a all-in-one cart for my sheep. Very interesting. Clampy clamp, little clamp action. I'm really liking these GRK screws because they have already a washer to them that grabs onto the wood better than regular wood screws. Luckily, I have a horse stall full of scrap lumber. Let's see, let's make this as level as we can. For this angle on the roof, I did use some scrap materials to figure that out, just to kind of see what kind of angle do I want. Do I want a 45-degree angle or a 30-degree angle? Here I went for about 30 degrees. These DeWalt metal shears have come in handy over the years. If you work with a lot of metal roofing, like for chicken coops, these things work great. But they do not work great when you gotta go over these humps. So I still use some hand shears for that. Good thing I did my stretches this morning. It helps to put a knee on it. I guess a clamp would work better. This roofing material is definitely overkill, but this is what I have. Kind of have to manhandle this. It's not really meant to be a ridge cap. This is thick metal, so I've been pre-drilling the holes. Just makes it easier to get in there. I do have a small bucket of metal things, cut-offs, scraps. This is a pipe cutter. Works great. Better than a Sawzall or a handsaw any day. This leaves a clean cut also. No sharp edges. Just keep tightening it and turning it. And a Forstner bit to drill out some holes. I made this angle here on the handle so that way maybe we could hold some step-in posts on this end. For the handle, I like a good solid handle. So using 3/4 inch EMT conduit works great for that. And then I added some last of the screws and we're done. Hey, look at that. I had these laying around for minerals. I like these. We'll use these for our beefy boys, and I like it because you can take it out, you can wash it out, and you can put them back in. I made 4 of them, 4 spots. Yeah, here's what I'm thinking. This might be the first kind of prototype of this style that I'm doing. Have it be for minerals, but also dual purpose, like to move step-in posts, maybe rails, maybe hang some hooks off of this, some scrub brushes, maybe a bungee strap so this stuff won't fall off. You know, I wouldn't leave these here when the sheep are using this, but as we're moving along, I could take out the step-in posts, put them there. This could help me move along the land with the sheep. So we have some fir trowel minerals in there, plus kelp, plus garlic salt. And just a little bit of treats, alfalfa. They seem to like this. This one does. I'm really kind of just seeing how high that roof is compared to them. Well, I think it looks pretty good. Can maybe even go down a little bit lower. I could have done a simple flat roof, but I thought if we had a good gust of wind, a flat roof would maybe just tip that thing over. Plus, I think it'll help with the rain runoff. I like the bigger wheels on this, like this, rather than smaller wheels or even on skids, because the grass can be super long and it's just easier to move. This one has been liking some scratches. They seem to be doing just fine. We're getting ready to move you guys. Not quite ready yet. They have plenty of grass here. I gave them a really big area. All right. I can be here all day with you guys. And these were just all materials just laying around that I had on hand that I have not thrown away yet. My concern now is sideways rain. Sideways rain can probably go in there, maybe get those minerals wet, which we don't really want. So we're gonna monitor that. Might have to lower that roof a little bit. That might help with that. I like the roof on this better than, say, a rubber mat. You know, I'm sure you've seen minerals where it has a rubber mat on there and the animal can just lift it up with their head and get the minerals. But I've heard some stories about that. Animal could get their head in there. A smaller sheep can jump on it and then it, you know, breaks their neck. I mean, things happen, man. Things happen on a farm. I think something like this could change over time. Add to it, make it bigger, make it longer. If I ended up getting even more minerals for them, I'm gonna have to make this longer. Maybe put a hitch on the front so you could tow it around. Maybe put 4 wheels on that. I mean, there's so many different options. But we're gonna test this out first and see how that works and see if they like it, see if I like it, and if it's easy to move.